Okay, so today I want to share something about myself that many people might not know. So what it is I want to share about myself is that I have what I tend to call trying to utilize all the things that God has put in me before you know, you know what I mean. So I want to utilize all my abilities, whatever they may be. And one of the way I do that is to put my hand in so many different things, be it hobbies, be it business, be it anything. That is for me how I live my life to the fullest. So that's what I want to share today. That those of you who know me know that, who have been following me for quite some time, know that I try to do a lot of things. And one good thing that I learned, having been doing what I'm doing, is that I'm not a perfectionist. So don't try to be a perfectionist. Because what perfectionism does is that it pulls you, it kind of drags you. So what I do is I make a list of all the things I want to do and I go ahead and do them. I don't care whether it's so perfect or whether it's not so perfect. The fact is I'm having fun doing it because it is the journey that counts. It's the journey, because if I wait until everything is perfect, I will not do the things I want to do. And what I do is I wake up and say, oh, what have I not done? What it is that I can do that I have not done? And I go ahead and start doing it immediately. This is how I live my life to the fullest. And I want to use this opportunity to tell you, make a list of the things you want to do and go ahead and do them. Life is fun like that. Go ahead and live your life. Forget about what people will say. Forget about what people will say. I'm just telling you, whatever you do, people will talk. People will talk about you. Whether it's good or it's bad, they will just don't bother. Just do it. So long as you're not doing something criminal, you know. So this is how I live my life. And when I started growing up, I found out that I have a flair of working hard. And I also have a flair of saying, look, I want to try out my hand in so many things. I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that. And is it possible? And that I go ahead and work hard to get it achieved. That is what I do in my life. And you find that at any point my brain is working overtime and thinking, what have I not done? What have I not done? And I go ahead and do it. And I don't know about you. I don't know many people that are like me, because they will tell you that, why don't you focus on this or focus on that? No, I want to have all of it. I want to be able to say, yes, I done that, I done that, I done that. I could do this, I could do this. I don't like to limit myself, and there's nothing wrong there. I'm not one of those that will tell you, you have done this, you have to stay there, be there. No, I don't limit anybody. Go ahead and be yourself. Go ahead and be full of yourself. Yes. I'm saying this today because when people say somebody is full of themselves, they say, oh, the person is arrogant. No. You know, the world will beat you up. The world will pull you down. Especially if you're in the Western world. If you're not full of yourself, you can't live in the Western world. I say it again. If you are not full of yourself, you cannot live in the Western world. But when you're full of yourself, you don't be arrogant. You don't show it to people. But in your head, you're full of yourself. Because some people will try to minimize you. But if you're full of yourself, and when you're full of yourself, when they're minimizing you, you're rising. That is what I'm trying to say. You don't let people minimize you. What matters is what you have in your head, how you feel about yourself. That's what matters. So I like people to be full of themselves, and this is what I'm motivating and teaching people. Be full of yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. So long as you are not annoying, and if you're full of yourself, you stand up for people that people are trying to bully. When you're full of yourself, nobody will bully you. When you're full of yourself, people will respect you. That is just the fact. Look around. You find out that people who are successful are people who are full of themselves. Take a look at all the celebrities. If they are not full of themselves, they will be minimized. But they're full of themselves. So if you're watching this video, believe yourself. Believe that God made you who you are unique, and be full of yourself. It's not a bad thing to be full of yourself. People think that, oh, when you're full of yourself, it's not that derogatory. When people say you're full of yourself, we're turning that full of yourself to be a good word today, so that in your head you know where you want to go, you know what you want to achieve. Look at all the successful people today. Can't many of them? Most of them are full of themselves. That's a secret I'm telling you, because you have to believe that you can do it before you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, if you're already having problems, you cannot do it, then you cannot do it. But you have to believe in yourself before somebody else will believe in you. And you look at the prayer we are praying in Psalm 23. Our cup runneth over. That is our cup being full. We are being full of ourselves. And with that psalm, when I read that, I said, oh my goodness. God actually wants us to be full of ourselves. He actually wants our cup to be runneth over. It's right there. So let our cup be runneth over. And we have to surround ourselves by people who let us be full of ourselves, that it runneth over. Anybody who is threatened by you being full of yourself shouldn't be near you. Because you are not blocking another person. The world is big enough to accommodate all of us, like I keep saying. The world is big enough to accommodate all of us. And there's nothing wrong with being full of yourself. If you're full of yourself, I love you. If you're not full of yourself, I implore you to love yourself. Be full of yourself. Because if you have love and you're full of love, you cannot share that love. You cannot give what you don't have. Because people have told me, oh, she's full of them. And they think it's a bad thing. Just like people were told that money is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. The people say, oh, the love of money. It's not the love of money, it's the lack of money that's evil. Have you ever seen a rich person being, like going for armed robbery? No, because they're already okay. Have you ever seen if you look at children who are brought up in rich homes, majority of them don't know how to tell lies. What are they telling lies for? Everything they have is there for them. What are they telling lies for? So what I'm trying to say is that it's not most of these sayings are being changed. It is not the love of money, the lack of it. But at the same time, be content with what you have. It is all intermingled. And when you are content, you are full of yourself because you're okay. So I am a content person. I've never looked into what belongs to another person. I don't care because I know that I can achieve it myself. And I know that God prepared something meaningful for me in my life. And I go ahead and achieve it. And whatever stage I am in my life, I say, God, you know where you're taking me to, take me there. Take me there. I don't care about another person. I know you have great things for me. So have that attitude and you have that motivation. You have that strength to be whatever God wants you to be. That is what I'm preaching today. There's nothing wrong in being happy with yourself. Because when you're happy, when you are doing the real, the person is full of themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you are not full of yourself, how are you going to navigate this world that people are trying to pull you down? People are trying to get to minimize you. Don't let anybody minimize you because God has not minimized you. God made you in His own image. You are unique. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your ability. But I am not saying be arrogant with it. That's what I'm saying. Being full of yourself means you know your abilities. You are confident to go for things, to get it. You know what you deserve. That's what I'm talking about here. That's what I'm talking about here. And stand up for when somebody is trying to be bullying another person, stand up for that person that are trying to bully. So you get it all holistic approach. That is what I'm preaching today. There's nothing wrong with that. So, like I said, I had this ability that I don't want to miss out on anything. Unless I cannot do that thing. Once I have in my mind that I can do this, I try to do it. Because I like to feel that I've utilized whatever God has put in me, whatever thing it may be. I don't know what it is, but whenever I feel, oh my goodness, I can do this, I go ahead and do it. That is how I live my life. And that makes me happy. That makes me satisfied. So you try that. Try that. So when you feel the need, oh my God, don't postpone it. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't postpone it. Just do it. Do it. Don't feel that this person will laugh at you. Do it. That's what I'm telling you today. Don't feel that this person will say, oh, look at what she's doing. It's not good. Do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it. And you can improve next time. There's always room for improvement because there's no perfectionism anywhere. There's always room for improvement. There's nothing that is so completely perfect. There's always room for improvement. But if you don't start anything at all, how are you going to know how it's going to turn out? I don't like regrets of that. No, I've never regretted anything in my life. I've never felt bored in my life. That is just me. And I always try to keep myself busy. Busy. Anytime you see me, I'm busy doing one thing or another. Therefore, I don't have time for being bored. I don't have time to tell you something else I don't do. I don't gossip. I don't have time to gossip. Yes. So if you see these attitudes, that is what I spend my time with. So I thought today's video, I just tell you a little bit about myself because some people don't know much about me, and this is myself. I don't feel bored. I'm okay with my own company and my family. My family is just, I'm content with everything around me, and I try to, you know, get out the much I can, do what I can, and so yeah. So I just thought people know what I feel sometimes, which is like I said, if I have any, I don't want to call it fear, but I'll call it fear of missing out on my abilities. I don't have fear of missing out on situations or events. No, I have fear of missing out on my abilities. I don't know if anybody else have that ability to say, I can do this, but why didn't I do it? So because of that, anything that I can do, I go ahead and do it. And today I have no regrets. And every day I ask myself, oh my God, Lord, what can I do? What have you put in me that I can do? What is that I can do? Let me do it. Give me the benefit to do it. So I hope I've inspired somebody today. So do what you can. That is what God called us here for. Because many people are working out. So what is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is a life of purpose. So we're all here and we're all trying to, navigate ourselves through life. And this is how I try to live my life and and get on with it. So there you are. So thank you so much. And I want you to share, comment, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell, like they say. Thank you. Amara, come. Is it still working? Okay, how many percent left?